Hello everyone, welcome back to the workshop. So I'm here with you again for another pro tip. Today we're going to talk about fans in the workshop to keep you cool. So here we go, we're going to have a short little discussion about fans in the workshop to keep you cool. So what type of fan is going to be right for you in your workshop? Now blacksmithing as a whole, it's a very hot and sweaty craft, but there's certain things that we can do to make ourselves a lot more comfortable. Here on the table I have two separate fans, and then I'll show you my main shop fan that I use all the time in the workshop whenever I'm not filming here in just a second. It's too big to throw on this table. But here are two separate types of fans. One's really inexpensive, the other one's a a lot more expensive, at least about 10 times the cost of this little fan here. So this was like a $5 fan that you could pick up from like Walmart's, and this is a $50 fan that was picked up at Menards just here recently. So with this little small fan, basically you just got an on-off switch, and this is what I would consider a personal fan. Now a personal fan is a great thing to just stick somewhere that's going to be like close to your head or just blow a little bit of cross breeze. But what this makes great, it's not going to really cool you that much, but it'll give you the feeling or a cooling sensation on the sweat that may be on your brow. As you well know, if you get a little bit of wind blow across you when you're wet, it feels cooler than what it actually is. So this is really great if you have a place that you can keep it close by. I like using this fan a lot if I need to reduce the amount of noise that's in the workshop for a particular reason, or if I'm over here at the workbench. I can have this blow directly on me, right on my face while I'm working and scribing something out, because I'll be standing in one spot and therefore not moving too much. This helps get me a little breeze. So that's one type of fan, is the personal type of fan. The next type of fan is what I would say is kind of like a room fan. Now this will give you a good area. Here this happens to be a 10-inch fan, or what they call a 9-inch fan. I'll put a link to both of these so you can read up on the specs in the description down below. And also, those are affiliated links. They do go to help support the channel if you do choose to purchase through those links. But the main reason why I'm putting those there, again, you can pick these up at your local Walmart or your Home Depot. That's the main reason to put them there, is just so you can see the specs of each fan. Now, unlike this one that maybe puts out maybe 20 CFM or 20 cubic foot a minute, this bad boy over here puts out 1200 CFM or cubic foot a minute. So a lot more airflow. So it might be worth the extra change on this one. Now what I like about this fan is this is a little more high tech. That is its lowest setting. This is a DC drive motor, and so this way it has a variable speed, and you can crank it way up there, really high in fact. Or you can ramp it all the way back down to almost nothing to blow essentially about the same as this. The downsides with fans and in the workshop is where to put them. You are always going to have that problem unless you're in a less crowded workshop, but for the most part you're going to have problems with these type of fans getting in the way. They're definitely nice to have though. One thing to keep in mind is you may end up blowing around if you're using coal. You may end up messing the draft in your shop up a little bit and end up getting kind of some smoke out into the shop. So that's one thing to be aware of. Now I'm going to flip over to my main shop fan that I use all the time, and this is a great economical option to cool your workshop in the summer months. Okay, so here we are. This is a really inexpensive option if you happen to notice a neighbor in your neighborhood ripping out a furnace, or maybe you have a furnace or an air conditioning unit that's being replaced. Ask the installer or service tech if you can have the blower off of that unit. That's what this is. It's just a household furnace blower that's been wired. As you can see, it is a bit kind of hodgepodge together, so definitely not the safest thing to have in the shop. You got to be careful if you're wearing any sort of loose anything. It can get sucked in here, as opposed to the other fans, they have grills or gates or cages. Now obviously you can take and put this in a box that has a filter on it and things like that. This was just easy enough for me to mount it to this cart. Now this fan, This fan puts out about 3,000 CFM, so it puts out considerably a great deal more than these other fans. Now, one thing that I like about this is the big shop fans that you see, where they have like they're great big giant fans that are round, that you see those all the time. Those are great fans and all, except they take up so much room, as where a furnace blower can put out just as much CFM, but in a smaller form factor or package. So this is a great option for those that don't want to take and spend out a bunch of money, and hell, you can almost get it for free. So that's it for today. I hope that helps you make some choices about fans to keep yourself cool in the shop. Hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. That's always an option. And hit that little jingly bell for a notification. That's it for today. God bless y'all, and we'll catch you on the next one.